Hey boys, another little update video for you on the tuner here that I built during the weekend. I've done some testing with this with my 20-meter dipole that I have outside and the Argosy, and just going over how well this thing could tune or whatever. And I found that it worked, but the tuning capacitor didn't seem to have all that much range on it. So, as you know, before it used to have a grounded coil switched out, and the capacitor was also grounded, as you can see. That's the way the tuner was beforehand. And I was playing around with it and playing around with it and playing around with it, playing around with a few inductors and capacitors and whatever, just messing around with it. See if I can make the capacitor, the tuning capacitor here, more lively, And I came up with a combination, and I came up with a way to make the tuner a little bit more, I guess, reactive, make it work a bit better for tuning. And basically, I decided to not make the coil grounded. I took the ground off of the coil. So basically what's happening here, again, your antenna, power, radio, whatever, coming in here, going through the 5-position switch to the 5 taps on the coil. Now, I removed the ground that was over here. As you can see, the ground has been disconnected. And what I did, I added this inductor between the end of the main coil and the tuning capacitor right here. So now, instead of this circuit here, I now have this circuit here. So again, we have our input, we have our main coil right here, 9 turns on a 1-inch form. There's a switch out, and at the end of this main inductor, I have another inductor, 0.65 UH, microhenries, whatever, and this 70 picofarad trimmer capacitor. So this is what I'm using now. Instead of this, I'm using this. And it seems to be the tuning capacitor has a lot better range now. It functions a lot better than what it did with the grounded coil and the grounded capacitor. It works 100 times better. I'm not going to say 100 times, but it works a lot better than it did. So before, I was playing around with it the other night, and I put inductors in here, seeing if I can add more inductance. But adding more inductance actually made this to be worse. So I kind of gave up on this side of it, and then I start playing around with the end of the coil and the capacitor. And so far I've come up with this combination. That's pretty much what I got done there now. So yeah, before and after. So I might be off my mind here, or it could be completely off the wall, whatever, but hey, I guess basically effectively all I'm doing here is making the main inductor obviously longer by adding the second inductor here. So yeah, there you have it. Technically I could take this coil, this form out, rewind this with some smaller wire, put a whole lot more wire around here. I may even do that yet, but we'll see. But for right now, this is the tuner I'm going to use with the Argosy, the Shack in the Box. As it sits here now, that's what I've come up with. Anyway, just a little update. Thought I'd fill you in on it. And another video coming up tonight. I have a couple. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, guys, we'll see you in a bit. That's Reno 63. I'm out of here. All the best.